Hey everyone, it's Brandon. Drummers, athletes, humans, everyone in the world. We're going to talk about aging and how exercise can actually help in the aging process. Let's do it. I'm getting older. I don't like how this feels. I'm getting older. My back's weak. I'm getting older. Why do we say that? Saying that I'm getting older seems to be just an acceptance of the things that we're feeling and an acknowledgement of, I can't do this anymore. And if you say, I can't do this anymore, that gives you permission to stop doing those things and telling other people it's the reason why you're not doing it. Now, in some cases, this is true and this is fine because frankly, aging is happening. We're all getting older. And aging is a unique thing, but it's actually one of my favorite things because I love helping people stay strong for as long as they can, active aging. And that's what I want to share with you. I've had the opportunity to work with professional athletes, professional musicians, being a musician myself, fitness people, bodybuilders, and all sorts of folks. But one thing that I always talk is, if we're going to do this exercise, we're going to do this thing, how can we make sure that you stay as strong as long as possible so you get the most out of your body, definitely long as possible? Because frankly, exercise and staying strong, staying active on instruments and in the gym and on the sport field, it's all great. But what I really care about more is, can we do that for as long as possible? Can we be 100 years old and be one of those people that we see on YouTube that are doing these amazing things? So, aging. Aging's happening. We have a date of birth. We have this aging process in which we grow a bunch of cells up to the age of 30, and we go from this tiny little human that cries and screams all the way up to being a very mature adult, 25 to 30 years old. And around that time, based off of the biological principle senescence, we do see that we start to slow down. We can't regenerate as quickly. We're not as strong. We're not as capable of responding to stress. That's fine. That's normal. But one of the most interesting things I've seen is that if you're one of those people that stay strong, stay active, sometimes can't sit still, the longer you stay strong, the longer you contract, the longer you move, the more you try to do it within your means, of course medically approved, you can actually slow down this bell curve. You can actually decrease aging, if you will, if aging is defined by poor quality of movement and not being able to do too much. And isn't that what the definition is nowadays? How would you define aging? Because most people, when I ask, they say, well, I'm getting slower, I can't do as much, I can't pick up my grandkids, I'm just getting older, I'm aging. And that's fine. Now, aging really is just the process of that number changing and us getting closer and closer to such not a great fate. But what if this? What if you could exercise, move, stay strong, do all these incredible things, and you could actually slow down the aging curve? And this is why I love active aging. Resistance exercise, frankly, anything that stimulates your skeletal muscle, your movement, and protects your joints and helps them to move can actually slow down aging. And isn't it interesting? Because I do find that I've talked to some people, and they'll say things like, well, I can't squat. I can't get out of a chair anymore. Do you know anyone that's like that? That says, I can't sit in a chair anymore. I've lost the ability to get out of the chair. What does that mean? Do we just get older and we just lose strength? No. But as we get older, gaining weight is something that can happen. As we get older, skeletal muscle is a very expensive organ. So our body will get rid of it if it's not using it to protect vital organs, at least that's my belief. So as we get older, if we start gaining weight because our metabolism is slowing down, if we start losing muscle because we don't have the demand on the skeletal muscle system to keep it, and our body is not eating the food that it needs to help maintain that skeletal muscle, isn't that us getting older in two ways? We're getting heavier and weaker. And doesn't it make sense that at one point we might not be able to actually get out of the chair? And then what happens? Maybe our bones and our joints actually start to change shape. Or maybe not the shape, but the quality of the tissue of the bones actually change so they can't do that anymore without hurting or not feeling so good. And all of a sudden we have this weird decrease in performance. We see this red line go whoosh, all the way down quickly where now you can't get out of a chair. And what does that turn into? I can't get out of the car. I can't get up from the kitchen table. Here's the thing. I'm not advocating for any one style of exercise, but I will say this. If you use your body, you stay within your active range of motion. If you use your body, you stay within your active range of motion, you stay within your body's limits, you do things that you like but are good for you, that stimulate your skeletal muscle and help to protect your joints, you can do some amazing things with aging. And we've seen here at Strata, my business in Newmarket, that the more you contract, the more you exercise, again, of course, within those specific parameters, you can get some amazing results. Skeletal muscle and movement are amazing, and they do a lot more than just slow down the aging curve. But I'll tell you what, if you want to start actively aging, start exercising.